I wanted to share with you all about what is the unique aspects of a control compliance analysis that we here at Aviva Spectrum perform for a select few folks out in the industry. And it's something that we created. It took approximately a good 6 months for us to develop, but here are the key pieces for you to take away. The starting part of the CCA process is basically an interview. And the interview is an intake process. We sit down with typically C-level executives, sometimes mid-management folks, and the interview is very strategic. It's about 1 hour long. And in the process, what we're trying to do is identify core issues, some concerns, some compliance process items that sometimes we forget to go back to the basics, so to speak, or sometimes we don't know what is an emerging issue with, let's say, a key regulator. So the intake process is very succinct, it's very concise. And once we are doing that intake process, we have taken a lot of diligent notes. And after the intake, we categorize some of those answers into specific key areas. And we're doing some research and we're putting them in the most appropriate buckets, so to speak. And we're digesting that to later on conduct an analysis of what we know from a compliance standpoint is these are past issues that, let's say, studies or certain surveys have revealed, some present items, and it's really a true thorough benchmarking process. And the reason why we believe it's a very thorough benchmarking process is we look at recent studies, most of which are key reports, industry reports. Some of them are from research foundations such as the IIA, ISACA. Some could be from the big four firms that sponsor certain studies. And then we're looking at hot button areas from key regulators like the PCOB, the Securities Exchange Commission, and also emerging issues that really hit home to a lot of C-level executives and also board members like the audit committee. And we're looking at white papers, blogging. Sometimes we look at video channels. One in particular could be the IIA Audit TV, as well as some trending in terms of very specific industry compliance related conferences. We know some of those hot emerging issues, whether it's cybersecurity, whether it's problem or incident management issues in IT, FCPA type stuff, etc. After we do the benchmarking, that's when we really come up with the key CCA custom report. No report is identical. It is specific to the company that we interviewed and conducted the intake and the benchmark because we are looking for those key indicators for not only them as a company, but also their peer group. We prioritize those issues. So you can see in our little sample from a CCA report, there's high, medium, and low. So when you walk away from this process, you not only know the key compliance milestones like the planning phase, let's say it's a documentation or the analysis phase of your compliance process, we can identify some potential gaps or emerging issues and we tie that back into it could be a regulator's guidance, it could be auditing standards, it could be the new COSO framework principle that you're lacking, and therefore it is a very technical, actionable report that you can take back to the audit committee, or better yet, the C-level executives to figure out, okay, what do we need to actually get done today? What's something that we can put on the parking lot, or what's a best practice that maybe in the future we might do, but it is definitely something that you can take home and work with immediately. If you'd like your own CCA, please email us with the subject header of CCA at this info@avivaspectrum.com. I look forward to connecting